What's up, y'all? It's Shuffle, and today's video is going to be covering the roadmap for Darkest Dungeon 2. Red Hook literally just tweeted this, I don't know how long ago. I think it was very recently. I got tagged in Discord, thank you, Pepper. And then I debated changing the end of my channel's handle from FM to CM to better reflect us as the content monster, but I digress. Is this a little bit out of frame? Hold up. Okay. No, now it's like down here. All right, hold up. On the fly production. All right, good enough. So this is the roadmap. I have not looked at it. I saw the image for the first time about 2 minutes ago, and then I just turned on all my stuff. So here we are, and let's see. So for this, I guess we'll start with the intro paragraph here. I like the graphics. That's pretty cool. At Red Hook, we are thrilled to be back working in an early access development environment. We keep a close eye on Discord, our subreddits, and social media for all feedback and discussions on the game. We're happy to hear from you. This is true. My one issue with how Red Hook is handling this so far is they're collecting a lot of feedback, but they're not speaking back to us as frequently or as quickly as I personally would like. I know that we just had the holidays, so I understand the people are out and about and stuff like that. Anyway, so this is the roadmap, and like I was saying before, they're not fast enough to respond to us right now, but this is good. We need more transparency and stuff like that, so I'm happy to see this. These M's, are these just months, or is this like milestones? I think they don't have hard dates on this, which is fine. They don't need hard dates, just because that can lead to disappointment and stuff when you don't make it. I lived through that with Temtem, where that was a game I was considering covering and stuff like that, but they just started missing dates, and that was not fun to be a part of. So I understand, but it is nice to have dates at the same time. But anyway, so we're gonna read the bottom stuff first. So please note, number one, we may move things around as development progresses. Game development is unpredictable, and we will pivot as needed for the health of the game and the team. In the event of significant change, we'll post an updated roadmap. Please note, number two, this is not an exhaustive list of everything we'll be doing. There is a ton of behind the scenes work that needs to be done, as well as ongoing polish and improvement. If you don't see something important to you listed here, that doesn't mean it won't happen. People are still gonna blow up the social media circles with that, so make of that what you will. They shouldn't, but they're going to, which kind of sucks. So with the first thing, so mid-February, creative den locations, spiders, dogs, worms, and more. I think this was data mined. I can't remember, but I saw pictures of this. Someone sent me pictures of the spiders and stuff like that, and they're kind of big, so it's a bit scary. But the spiders, dogs, and worms, this is stuff from DD1, so spiders, very well-known lethal comp of 4 spiders that can mark and kill you very quickly if you're not ready for it. Dogs are very annoying. In the first game, they did rabies, and they were in the Weald. And then worms are corpse eaters that were in the Warrens and Warrens and the Courtyard. So there's that. Backstory encounter tuning. Okay, we'll read the other part in a sec. Trinket and quirk improvements ongoing. Roguelike variation improvements. So those last couple are kind of vague and encompassing. Backstory and counter tuning, they already did that in the last patch, so they're going to be doing more of it. They did it with Dismas and I think one other person. So I could see some more things happening. I don't think the backstories are too difficult. Like, it's okay if you don't beat them your first try. So I think Red Hook has to decide if they want you to beat every one of them the first try. You should have a chance to, but I don't know what they're gonna do there. The trinket and quirk improvements, for the quirks, I would like it to explicitly tell me what's going on. In DD1, the game really starved you of info, and that was part of the challenge curve. It would just say things like fated, chance to turn a hit into a miss. Like, what's the chance? What qualifies as a miss? A lot of people thought fated was good, and then once we got into the numbers, fated was bad. So that's an example. And there are other quirks in the game right now that are very explicit in what they do. Like deadly is just 15 crit, just flat 15 crit. That's a bit too much. Should be 10, maybe 5, but I guess 10, considering how strong things like Slugger are. but or Nat Swing, whatever it is. So I can see a lot of those trinkets. There's a lot of trinket bloat right now. They need to fix that. I don't think resist trinket should exist at every single tier because it's just like an incremental amount of like 5 each time it goes up. And in the case of a burn trinket, there's like the blue rarity, like the mid tier, there's a 20 burn resist and there's a 25 burn resist. And it's like, why do these exist in the same tier? Kind of stuff. Cultist trinkets overall aren't that good. So yeah, roguelike variation improvements. I think they want the game to be a roguelike, obviously, and the roguelike stuff is not as good as it could be. I like for them to just make the game faster. Like, the game takes 5 or 6 hours right now, and that I thought it would get faster the more we knew what we were doing, but it really is just like driving down the road and stuff like that takes a lot of time. So I'm not quite sure. Maybe less nodes in the biomes, and maybe shorter sections of the road. That would just, if you took like 3 nodes off every region and shorten the roads by like, I don't know, X%, like 10% or something like that, you probably shave off like 30 minutes, maybe an hour, just by doing that, which is kind of wild. So you gotta decide what you want to do there. Like, I'm not the game designer, I'm just thinking out loud. So number 2, or milestone 2, month 2, whatever this is, a barnacle encrusted new region. A lot of people wanted the cove, so hopefully we're getting the cove back, but a sea region would be nice. And that, I guess we kind of predicted that because one of the wagon skins has barnacles on it, so we're like, cove? Question mark. New enemy faction, probably for the region, makes sense. New lair boss, makes sense. Act 2 final boss. We weren't sure about this. We were not sure if we would get a second final boss in early access, because I vaguely remember reading that they said the game was going to launch with a final boss, and I didn't think they were going to add any more until release. But getting a second chapter is going to be very good. New region, new final boss, that's going to help a lot in terms of the longevity of the game. Story content, I'm here for it. Give me more story content. I think the backstory stuff and trying to connect the 2 games, like what happened in the first one that correlates to the second one, I think those things are the things I had the most fun with, besides like the token system. I like the token system a lot. I know people don't, but I do. I shouldn't say like a lot of people don't. It's actually not a huge majority of people that hate the token system. I think people are mostly indifferent, and then you have some people like me that really like it and some people that just really hate it. So you're not going to please everyone, but it's not as bad as it seems. And story content, like I said, we need more story content. It's early access, so I understand, but you know, the game has a great atmosphere and universe, so we'd like to see more of it. Permanent hero upgrades. This is something people were complaining about a lot. They're saying there's no sense of permanent progression, but it kind of goes against the nature of roguelikes to have a lot of permanent progression. There is some, like unlocking characters, unlocking skills like the hero shrines, or unlocking cards in like the card roguelikes and stuff, or relics, trinkets. There are some things that need to be permanent and some things that do not need to be permanent. Like mastery does not need to be permanent between runs, right? People say that a lot, but it does not need to be. It doesn't fit what the game is about, because you just play it like 3 or 4 times, you unlock everything at that point, and it becomes a different game. And it needs to keep some core of like base challenge, and you need to have some period where you have nothing. But number 3, milestone 3, mark 3, month 3, whatever this is. New playable hero. That's pretty far away. If we're looking at this might be April. If it goes by like month, so February and then March and then April. I don't think these are exactly months. I don't think they expect to come out of early access in a month or in 6 months. I don't expect that. Now put it in about July or August, and we expected about a year, so we were expecting until like next October. So there's probably gonna be some space in between these, but so new playable hero. This is I'm not gonna spoil it. There's a pretty good chance we know who this is. This was data mined. I don't want to spoil it. I'm not gonna spoil it, so I'm sure it'll be in the comments, I'm sure. So there you go. Act 3 final boss. We're getting 3 acts. We're getting all the acts. I skipped ahead. We're getting all the acts in early access. What the heck? Okay, so Act 3 final boss comes out. More story content. New cultists. Good. Cultists are cool. Valley variation. Wonder what that means. I guess just different stuff going on in the valley. It'd be nice if the valley was just a region, like a full region. That'd be cool. Like, I would greatly appreciate that. But relationship affinity 2.0. So this, let me go back a little bit. So cultists, there needs to be more cultists. Right now we only have deacon, cardinal, cherub, evangelist, I believe. So that's what, 4? So it'd be nice if there was more of them. Although in the first game there were only a couple cultists, so make of that what you will. But it'd be nice if there are more of them. They are pretty scary and threatening and stuff like that, so it'd be nice to see more of them. Also, a cultist boss. Not like deacon or cardinal, but like an actual... Like, the mountain should be a full region. No joke, the mountain should be a full region. Like, shorten the rest of the game a little bit and then make the mountain a region. Have it, you know, have it have a lair or something maybe besides like the final boss. That'd be cool. But new cultists are welcome. The relationship affinity system 2.0. So this makes it sound like they're really... that it's already in the works, that they probably have some like ideas on how to improve it and stuff like that, because it's a bit troubling. The relationship system is it's a focal point of the game. It's one of the selling points of the game, and they want it to be good. They want you to enjoy it. And right now what it basically is just afflictions and virtues, like with different names. That's what it comes down to. They act the same way. Instead of filling up your stress, it fills up like a different system, a pip system. You know, the affinity pips, and once it gets, you know, high or low, then you get a negative or positive guaranteed. I was talking about this with Thick and also my Twitch chat a little bit. I need to make a full video on the relationship system, because the core issues is that are that it's tied to stress, which it doesn't feel like it should be. Once you get a negative relationship, it is very, 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 very hard to get rid of it. But it's very easy to lose a positive one, especially in Infernal, which I guess, you know, you're playing Infernal, so you kind of expect it. But the getting rid of no joke, like I've lost positive relationships just driving down the road. Like I get -1 from a like banter between two characters, -2 with another banter, so like a total of -3. And then I hit like a node, like an assistance encounter, something like that, where the two characters that just were yelling at each other while driving are the only two characters that can use it, and they're disagreeing with how to do it, so I just burn the relationship right there. That is not fun, right? I worked hard with planning my other encounters, my items and stuff like that, and even sometimes I do things like I'll let my characters get to death's door so I can heal them with the other person, build relationship, because that's one of the few ways that it's consistent to do so. And to have it just get destroyed on the road and things beyond my control are not fun. So the other thing too is that this is becoming a relationship video. This is the last point I'm gonna say about it. The other thing I don't like is that in Darkest Dungeon 1, it was something like when you got afflicted in a dungeon, you're stuck with it for like maybe 20 minutes at the most. You finish the dungeon, or you get your butt kicked and you have to leave, or someone dies, and then you go to town, and that's the end of it. You put someone in the stress relieving facility and the affliction is gone, and you don't have to deal with it. In this game, you get a negative relationship like an hour in, you're stuck with it for like 4 hours, and you have to just deal with it for 4 hours, and that becomes such a tiresome thing to go through that if you sit down like me and you're a dummy and you play the entire game in one sitting, it can wear on you. So I'm eager to see what they do with it. Like I said, I'll make a full video talking about relationships soon, maybe before they do 2.0. I don't know. New region ? So we're looking at month 4 or mark 4 now. We don't know what the that is. They have no previews. It's probably just an early like conceptual design right now. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if what they're working on right now is obviously this stuff. They're probably about ready to roll this out. This says mid-February. I would not be surprised if this hits experimental like at late January or something. And then for this, they're probably like, this is probably in testing on their side, and we'll probably get to test it, like I said, maybe at the end of the month. Or no, we'll test this in January. We'll probably test this like end of February. I don't know. Just totally spitballing here. But this region here is probably just early concepts that they're just figuring out. New enemy faction makes sense. New layer boss makes sense. and pets. So we're gonna have 5 like full-fledged biomes from what it sounds like. The sluice isn't gonna get fleshed out. I think the purpose of the sluice is to be a just short side area that you choose, and it doesn't have much, but it would be nice if it had a lair, but who knows. And then pets, we don't know what pets will do, but I would like a mini shambler. Please give us a mini shambler that just follows the cart around or sits in battle with us. That'd be cute. And also, this is also my request to Red Hook. Please make merchandise. Just get a shop going. Let me buy a shambler plush. People will do that. So take that idea. Mark 5, month 5, milestone 5, new playable heroes. This is our second playable hero that's new. Hopefully it's a backline character, like make it Arbalest or Musketeer or something, because right now Plague Doctor has no competition for rank 4, and between that and her being the most prominent healer, it leads to people saying Plague Doctor is mandatory. She's not mandatory, but people feel that way, and Plague Doctor is still a very good character, don't get me wrong, but you know, people are kind of overvaluing her right now because she has no competition. We have a lot of frontline heroes, we need a backline hero. Hero origin skins playable in-game. Good. This is something that we wanted. The moment we saw the playable or the skins in the backstories and stuff, you're like, that would be cool. They already have the assets and the animations and stuff, so please add them to the game. Although I'm curious how Plague Doctor specifically is going to look, because in the game as it is now, the meme is that Plague Doctor is just a gremlin because she's just hunched over the whole time while you're, playing the game. But in her backstory, she's like, upright and not gremlin status. So I'm wondering if they're going to make that model into gremlin status or make her stand up and then have to like add all the assets again. I don't know, but you best believe I will be playing with these origin skins most of the time, most likely. New wandering boss. So I think right now what qualifies as wandering bosses are Shambler, and I really want to say the Cannon. The Cannon probably isn't a boss. It's not like boss level, but it's definitely like mini boss level. And then you have Antiquarian. So we do have a couple wandering tough enemies right now. Ghoul's another one. So having another one would be cool. Collector, maybe. Will it be Collector? That'd be cool. I think it'd be the easiest thing to implement. We'll see. Driving and journey improvements. This is probably what I was saying before about the stretches of road being so long and stuff. So that'd be nice. Then Act 4 final boss. Okay. So we're getting all the bosses like we were talking about before. And I wonder why this last line is the broken road. I don't know. Like, this is obviously the map system from the game itself. So I don't know what this signifies, if anything, or if it's just there to be cool. I guess they're trying to tell us it's going to be bumpy getting out of here. So like, we understand Red Hook. Story content, awesome. I'm assuming more, Wayne June lines, academic lines, cutscenes would be nice. We'll see. But we're getting more final bosses and stuff like that too, which is cool. I think those go hand in hand. And then milestone 6, it's got the lair icon instead of the question mark icon. So 1.0 launch, new playable hero on release, Act 5 final boss on release, story content and achievements. I like that there's an ample amount of content on launch. This actually kind of gives me some confusion here on what to do in terms of my content, because when the game came out of early access, I wanted to start over and run it on Steam, because it's coming to Steam and other markets on 1.0, and I think console might not be at launch, but it might be shortly after. They do want to go on console. There's a question I get constantly. They have stated, like in writing, that they want to put this game on consoles, so it will get there at some point. But if the new content is coming out at 1.0, I might have to just do the epic version at first. So yeah, we'll see. And then achievements, that's cool. Ongoing work, this is the thing on the right here. Implementing community suggestions and feedback. Balance for monsters, heroes, skills, quirks, items, economy, UI, quality of life improvements, visual polish, new location types, new academic narrator lines, stability, and bug fixes. All of this is good stuff. It sounds like they understand what is needed of them and what they should be focusing on. One of the complaints that I did have about the December patch is that it didn't have any hero balancing for the most part. It had like Hellion tweaks and like the Crush nerf, which we're gonna meme on Crush. I'm sorry, Red Hook, I love all of you, but we're gonna meme on Crush for the foreseeable future. So it'll be like, you know, this boss feels bad to fight against, or this is out, you know, improperly tuned. Well, we better nerf Crush. That's what it's gonna be. So made your own beds with that one. But it's good. It's good. I want more hero changes. That's what I want that in the whatever this February patch is, hopefully. Like it says ongoing, so I'm hoping we see it soon, because the heroes, it's the thing you use the most in the game are the heroes, so the heroes need to be fun to use and they need to, you know, be balanced and stuff like that. But whew. All right. I should have probably saved this for my community show that I'm going to be doing on Twitch here, which I just had the idea to do it. But yeah. So we're here with that. Looks freaking good. Red Hook. I am excited. I hope everyone is doing okay at the studio and everyone is going to be healthy going forward and stuff like that. And I want more communication. If I could ask for something, it would be more stuff like this. The roadmap is nice, but don't just dump the roadmap and just disappear. Don't do that. Talk to us. Please talk to us. There are other, you know, ways that this could be achieved too, like maybe have a Q&A on Reddit or do your own stream or something like that if you want to, or go through, you don't have to go through people like me, right? Like, you know, be cool. I'd feel very humble if that happened, but there are other big platforms out there like Bear, Baru, stuff like that. There are big YouTube channels out there like Legacy Gaming that cover this game. So there are a lot of people you can go through to get the message out. So please use us. Because I think one of the responsibilities I have as a content creator is to take the people that talk to me and give it to you. So please, in some way, reciprocate that you're getting that and give it back to us. That is what I ask. And that's going to do it for this video. That's the end of my advocation. And I'm just going to end it here. So thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.